Hello and welcome back to the Mercury Vapor Glow channel. Today I'd like to share with you this funny nice little AEG Koffer 70 lantern head that is a special version made for Deutsche Bahn or the German railways. And it has some pretty unique features to it that other koffers don't really have. So maybe first I will show you the details. So it doesn't really say that it's made for Deutsche Bahn, but only that it's a Koffer 70 and it's for the elliptic high pressure sodium lamps with 70 watts. And another feature of this lamp is that the compartment for the gear is opened here. You have to use a screwdriver. Other versions of this lantern have like a hook here where you can just pull with your hand and you don't need any tools. So I'd say it's even like a downgrade compared to the other versions. I don't know exactly why they did this. And also there is like a turning knob where you can use to close the bowl, when on the other versions there is a spring. So I also don't know why there is a different version here. And then this lantern has a reduction ring so that you can mount it on poles that are less in diameter. Like here, it's just inserted into the lantern. So maybe this is also something that has to do with the standard for Deutsche Bahn, or maybe not. Maybe it was just a feature that you could buy with this lantern. So then another very special thing is the bowl. So you already seen on my channel there is the lamps with this standard bowl that has the refractors, and the refractors work so that the spread of light is widened out compared to a flat bowl or a piece of glass or whatever. So the refractors make the beam that goes mostly like down and to the sides from these two reflectors. It makes them go out even more, so you can cover more, or spread the light wider, and you can cover more ground with a smaller pole and with less lanterns. And the Deutsche Bahn version is the opposite of that. So although the optics here in the lantern are exactly the same as in the other koffers, there is only like a flat plastic bowl, just like this. So there is no refractors, and you can just clearly look into the lantern when you look through the bowl. It doesn't hide any of the internals in any way. So this will make the lantern. So the first thing is it almost will not shine light to the side like 90 degrees or more. Here you can see it's almost no visibility of the bulb. So here you start to get some of the light. So this is probably some railroad standard. So at the railroad, the lanterns don't get confused with light signals or things like that. And of course, the light spread will be more like a drop, or it will be more below the fixture. So you can mount it on a higher pole, and then you get the light spread, but without blinding the conductor of the trains. And I guess that's why they decided to go with this version. And I have never seen the versions with this kind of bowl at German train stations. It's always these. They are very popular. I mean, they were very popular in the like 80s and 90s, and I have seen them installed like also more recent, like 10 years ago. They were sometimes still installed. But right now, of course, everything is converted to LED, and I guess that's how also this one found the end of its service time with Deutsche Bahn, and I could get it. So very interesting fixture. I will connect it to the grid, and first I may just show you the canopy of it. It's nothing very special. Let me just turn around the fixture for you. So that's the fixture from above. It's just like a fiber reinforced plastic, and I had to get off a lot of, like, it's not mold, it's like something that grows on the lantern, also not moss, it's something different, and I got it off, and then I painted it with automotive gloss paint, like 2-component acrylic paint, just so that these fibers don't penetrate the skin when you touch it, so you can now handle it securely without having health problems with your hands itching all the time after touching the fixture. Before we start the fixture, let's maybe just have a quick look at the gear compartment. So I had to have the screwdriver to open this one, like I said, and then here is a magnetic reactor ballast, inside a capacitor, and there is also the igniter for the high pressure sodium lamp. And it's pretty cramped in here because in this fixture there's not a lot of space actually for the gear, but they used like extra metal plates and everything to make it fit. In the Mercury versions there were just like holes here in the plastic with like protruding metal, so that you could mount it inside. It's like a inlet with like a screw, so you can mount it. But here it's too little space, so they had to use all of this metal here. So pretty interesting overall how they got it into the fixture. And it says that it's from 05, I think, on the capacitor, so that's probably the production date of the fixture too. So we have put the lantern back together, and now let's fire it up, see how it works. Pretty loud startup of the ballast. Let's see whether it gets quieter when the lamp warms up. And this is a standard European 70-watt high pressure sodium bulb in here. It is a bulb that doesn't require any kind of starter or anything like that, because the starter is built into the fixture. And from what I know, most of the older fixtures that had high pressure sodium bulbs that required an internal starter were mostly like French and Dutch and Belgian and Italian, but the German fixtures were mostly all with the external igniter, so the bulb is cheaper but the fixture is a little more expensive. So the ballast keeps humming, we can still hear it. The bulb warms up gradually. It takes a few minutes until these get to their full brightness. And we can also see with this light spread what I mean. Here is we are still in the beam, but the beam goes away pretty quick, and when you look at the lantern from the side you barely see any light. So this is what Deutsche Bahn, the German railways, wanted to have in the lanterns that light their premises. The light should not go sideways, and that's the standard that they have kept for most of their lanterns in the last decades. And I know that there was also a version of this lantern, there are videos of it on YouTube, where there is even more of a plastic or metal shade on the side, and there is only a flat glass instead of this plastic. So this is for cases where you even more have to shield yourself from the light for some reason. Of course, this is not an optimal setup for the street, because for the street you just want to have the light spread out as far to the sides as you can without blinding, and that's all. It's more of a special purpose built lantern. Yeah, I guess it's now up to full brightness, and thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice time and see you back soon. Bye bye.